Hello YouTube, I'm back again from a long hiatus, if you will, from doing an album review. And wanted to do one because there's a band that I've just recently gotten into within the past few months. I always liked them, but didn't start buying their albums till recently. And looked on YouTube to see album reviews for them, and there's only one album review done by a guy named Cool Dude Bailey, who reviewed their first album and did a very good job with it. Described the album very well, and saw that there weren't any other album reviews by this band that I could find, so I'm going to do one, and I was real excited to get this album. I found a good deal for it on Amazon, and the band that I'm talking about, and the album that I'm talking about, is this album right here, Kansas's 1995 album, Freaks of Nature. Get a good shot of that. It's Freaks of Nature, and there's a interesting picture of the band. There they all are. So this is their album that came out in 1995, Freaks of Nature. Okay. This is a lineup that has, of course, Phil Ehart and Rich Williams, who have been with it the whole time. Steve Walsh on keyboards and vocals. And they have a violinist named David Ragsdale. And this is his first album with the band, Kansas. And Billy Greer, who had been with them since, I believe, the Power album. And another keyboard player named Greg Robert. So this was their first album in, I think, 6 years. Something like that. 6 or 7, I think 6 years. Okay, Freaks of Nature, I'm going to go through the album song by song and give my opinion on it. And starting off with I Can Fly, and I'll have to be honest, the album does not start off very well at all. In fact, the lyrics in I Can Fly are pretty embarrassing. And musically, it's kind of all over the place. But the lyrics are very childish, I think. They're very childlike. It's as if an 8th grader wrote it, or not an 8th grader, but an 8-year-old, an 8-year-old wrote it for his class project. I mean, the lyrics are really embarrassing, so I'll just say I Can Fly is really not a very good song. Sorry, Kansas fans, if you like this, but I don't. I always skip it when I listen to it. However, it really starts with Desperate Times. Now, I previewed this song on YouTube because I had never heard anything from this album before, this lineup of Kansas. And in fact, another thing I will go to say is, doing some research on this album and a few of their other albums, this is the only album that Kansas made that didn't chart. It didn't make one dent in the charts. So this is the only one that didn't chart at all. So I wanted to hear some of it. Desperate Times, I listened to on YouTube over and over again, days and days, till I decided I want to buy this album. And I found a good deal for it on Amazon for $5 and couldn't wait to get it in the mail. This is a great song. This is a really great song. This was the first single from the album. It's a good rocking song, and the chorus is very kind of sing-along and catchy-like. It's got a really great chorus. There's a good violin part, and during kind of the middle, there's a nice drum solo part by Phil Ehart. But it starts off with the rhythmical violin part, and the bass drum and bass kicking in, and then Steve Walsh is harmonizing with the first part of the verse. But I say Desperate Times is a great song. This is all the reason why I wanted to get the album, and I'd say this one's killer. Hope Once Again is number 3. This is kind of a ballad. It's a very nice, kind of slow, melodic piece, very peaceful. And I really like Hope Once Again. I think Hope Once Again is a really good number from them. I hate to say number, but good song from them. But Hope Once Again is another good one. It's like a kind of a ballad type song. I'm not really into ballads, but this one's an exception. Black Fathom 4 is a big rocker. Some good violin playing in this. I really like the violin. This is like a groove rocker. It's got a good groove to it, and good harmony vocals from Steve and the rest of the guys. And the chorus is really good. Like he'll start singing when he comes to the part where he sings Black Fathom 4, all the instruments stop and you hear the harmonies go Black Fathom 4, and then it goes back into it with the violin, the drums, everything. Under the Knife is really good. It's a pretty good rocker. It starts off pretty melodic and then it just kind of gets into a rocking feel. So that's another one I really like. Under the Knife is song number 5. Need is a pretty good pop song. Need's very poppy. I like this one quite a bit. This is one I believe that Steve Walsh, this is his creation. I don't think there's any other writers on this one. Need's really good. I think this is a really good song. But what this one is a melodic pop song. This is the pop song on the album. And really like this one. Moving on to the title song, Freaks of Nature. This one's got a pretty good rhythmical. This is a rhythmical song. I really like it. It's a little upbeat, and then it goes into like a little kind of a faster thing in the middle there, with the guitar, kind of a guitar solo, and the drums get into a different time signature. So Freaks of Nature is a pretty good one. I like. And then it moves on to Cold Gray Morning, which is another groove song, I think, kind of in the realm of like what King's X might do, who they are actually on tour with not as we speak, but like they're going on tour with them. But Cold Gray Morning has a good chorus line, good harmony vocals on this one, and the violin part is good. It starts off with the drums and the violin comes in, and it's real. It's hard to explain, but you've really got to hear Cold Gray Morning. You can probably find that song on YouTube. And then it ends with Peaceful and Warm, which is a ballad, which is piano and violin, I believe, is Steve Walsh's vocals. And this one's really slow and kind of boring to me. I don't really like this song too much. And then at the end, it just climaxes with like an orchestration with the violin and the keyboards, the drums. Everyone comes in and ends the song. So that's my review for Kansas's Freaks of Nature. I've been listening to this quite a bit ever since I got it in the mail about a week or two ago. I think I got it about a couple weeks ago. And it was a good purchase. I mean, $5 is this is great buy for $5. To grade this album, I would probably give it an A-. I really like this album. I really do. It's just the first and last songs. The first one, I hate to say this, but I absolutely hate I Can Fly. I do not like it. The last one, while I don't hate it, it bores me. But all the songs sandwiched in between song number 1 and song number 9, killer. This is a killer album. I recommend you pick up, if you're a Kansas fan and you have not heard this, you can listen to some of this on YouTube. You can preview it. And I would say look for the song Desperate Times, because I wanted to hear that one because that was the first single from the album. And really listen to that over and over again on YouTube. I'd go to sleep to it on YouTube. So this is Kansas's Freaks of Nature. Great album. Interesting cover art there. Kansas always had some pretty cool album covers. And it gets an A-. And if you like this review, let me know. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you want. And tell me what you thought of Freaks of Nature if you've heard it. If you haven't heard it, definitely check this out. And last I checked, there's still some cheap copies on Amazon, and this was in good condition. The case is great, not cracked. The CD, while it's not in the case because it's in my player right now, was great. No scratches. It was perfect. It was only $5. So there you go. There's my review for Kansas's Freaks of Nature. This is, as far as I know, the second Kansas review as far as an album review goes on YouTube. And yeah, go listen to it. Check out Desperate Times. Check out Need. Check out Cold Gray Morning. Tell me what you thought. And leave a comment. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.